Hey guys, as things start to open up, there's a greater need for intentional living. By this we mean not needing to just buy things driven by our excessive overconsumption culture that's promoted on social media. Instead, we should seek out sensible ways to save money, and where we need to spend money on things that truly matter to us. Mary and I are now finding ourselves in this world where we are referred to as influencers in some way. And we're doing our best really in every platform to really show you guys what true financial freedom really looks like in reality. This is why this topic on how to budget and save in your 20s and 30s is so important. Because if you get it right, you can not only enjoy your life at the moment, right now, but you can also enjoy your life in the future as well.
100%. I mean, life is not about living at extremes. For example, those who say you only live once or YOLO, they only live for today and forget about the future. No, it's about financial independence and creating a life that you truly want for yourself today through sensible decisions about money. So in your 20s and your 30s, it's important to think about your future. For example, are you planning on having a family? Or how about that house that you might want to buy? Or are you planning for your retirement? What you do today with your money will either take you closer to your goals or further away from them. In our minds, financial literacy plus life design equals financial joy. Okay guys, let's talk budgeting tips and tricks.
Okay, so the things we're going to share today would depend really on your personal circumstances, as we're aware that not everybody earns their income on a specific day every single month, because some people might earn their money on a more irregular basis. But so try and essentially tailor these tips we're going to share today to your own personal circumstances. So the first tip we've got to share on budgeting is to understand your real numbers. So if you're starting budgeting at the very beginning, the very first thing that you must do is to understand what your numbers actually look like. So a good place to start to do that is to look at your real expenses over the last 3 months and take an average of it. What that will help you to do is to figure out exactly what is your average income per month, and also more specifically, what are your actual expenses by category every single month.
Tip number 2 is to use a simple budgeting tool that suits your personality. So by this, we mean use what fits how you like to operate in all areas of your life. For example, some people like to do all things digitally, so you might prefer to use a tool that's attached to your bank account. Others might like to keep it super traditional and write their budget down on a piece of paper and pen. We are geeks and we like to get into the details. So we use a super simple Excel spreadsheet. If you're interested, it's called the Budget for Life spreadsheet, which we will link above and below.
Okay, so the next tip on budgeting is to have a spending rule that supports your goals. So a really popular rule that we've shared on this channel before is the 50-30-20 rule, which simply says you should aim to spend around 50% of your money on your needs, around 30% on your wants, and around 20% should be committed to savings or paying down some debt. Now, that figure is just a guide. If you are a beginner, for example, your figure might be different. It might be 60-20-20, because you might live in an area, perhaps in a city that has a higher cost of living, for example. The key thing to note is that the rule is important because we've all become really accustomed to spending online with this whole pandemic that's happened. So having those rules essentially helps you keep a general eye on what your bucket of expenses look like across your life.
Before we carry on with the rest of the video, we want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor of this video, Smarty.
Yeah, we've been reflecting on how we've been able to save so much more money over the last few months compared to before the lockdown period. And there are things we'd definitely like to carry on doing.
That's right. For example, not being tied down to unnecessary contracts, because if recent events have told us anything, we need as much flexibility in our lives and our finances more than ever before.
And this is where Smarty comes in. Smarty is a low-cost mobile network powered by 3, and they are on a mission to put trust back into mobile networks by doing things properly with no contracts, no tie-ins, no credit checks, and certainly no surprises.
Smarty is a simple, honest mobile network with transparent pricing. There's no contracts, just simple 1-month plans so you can change plans or cancel anytime for complete flexibility and control over your finances.
Smarty offer an amazing deal of unlimited data, calls and messages for only £20 per month. And that's unlimited, guys. Not kind of unlimited, but completely unlimited, with no nasty surprises at the end of the month.
And if you don't need all of that data, Smarty offers 30 gigabytes with free calls and text for only £10 a month.
I mentioned earlier the unlimited deal they've got for only £20 per month. Well, we're pleased to share that they're running a promotion at £18 per month from that £20 for unlimited data, unlimited calls, and unlimited messaging.
All plans offer fast 4G and 3G with no speed caps and unrestricted tethering across the UK.
Guys, please look in the links below to get started today with Smarty. Thanks again to Smarty for sponsoring today's video.
Thanks so much, Smarty. Okay, so tip number 4 is to track everything digitally and ideally through one account. So to make budgeting easy, track as many of your expenses digitally as possible. So where possible, stick to one bank account where all your expenses go out because it makes it easier for you to track your expenses.
Next point is to break down expenses by categories to spot trends. For example, we know that a lot of people within our community here on YouTube spend a lot of money on food. According to a recent poll, when budgeting for an expense area such as your food costs, the key tip here is to try and break down those expenses into the very specifics. So for example, if you buy food across your grocery shopping, your takeaways, eating out at a restaurant, what you want to do is make sure you itemize those key areas on your budget so that when you start to review your budget on a month-by-month basis, you're then able to spot trends across those various categories over time. You can literally start to see whether you are maybe spending too much on takeaways or whether your grocery shop has actually spiked in a particular month, for example.
Point number 6 is to agree on a materiality amount. So a materiality amount is the amount that will get flagged up if you exceed it in your spending. For example, if your materiality amount is, say, over £50, then anything over £50 that you spend should be flagged separately on a different colour on your spreadsheet, for example, to help you see any expensive outgoings or to spot any patterns or trends of spending highly in a particular area. For example, clothes shopping.
Okay, so let's talk savings tips and tricks, okay? One of the most famous quotes by Warren Buffett, who's an incredible investor, he said this: "Do not save what's left after spending, but spend what's left after saving."
Yeah.
We absolutely agree with this mindset. So here are the tips we've got for when thinking about saving your money specifically. Okay, so the first one is to keep at least 10% of your income to yourself, okay? Every year, at least 10%. Now, think about it logically, right? If you manage to save 10% of your income every year, then simple math would tell us that in 10 years, you'd have 100% of your annual income, okay? Just keeping it really simple. If you manage to save 30% of your income every year, then by the same maths, in 3.3 years, you will have saved 100% of your income. And then finally, if you manage to save 50%, and that's pushing it, but I know people who are doing it regularly, if you manage to save 50% of your income every year, then that means in just 2 years, you will have saved 100% of your annual income in those 2 years alone. That says to us that the percentage of your income that you save and keep for yourself really does matter because it helps you accelerate your goals and achieve them a lot faster.
Tip number 2 is to split savings into pots or spaces. Although we mentioned earlier that you should try to stick to one bank account for all your expenses, some banks now allow for you to create numerous pots for all your different expenses. Another popular way of doing this is using the envelope system, where you might put cash in different envelopes for different things, to save into, for example, your utilities or your shopping bills or your rent.
The next tip is to delay gratification in a different area. This sounds super simple, but it works every single time. Let's say, for example, you've got a goal of buying a camera for your side hustle. Delaying gratification in one area, such as you eating out maybe once a week, to maybe you eating out maybe once a month, could actually help you accelerate that goal towards you purchasing that camera eventually, because you know it will help you get that side hustle off the ground.
Point number 4 is to reimagine autopilot luxuries.
Yes.
Getting a takeaway every week via Deliveroo or Just Eat is a perfect example of autopilot luxuries. We want it, and so we just order it without even thinking about it. They've even made it easy for you by allowing you to order the same meal that you ordered the last week at just a click of a button. We're talking through experience.
Yeah.
Research shows that Brits spend an average of £451 a year on takeaway, with Londoners admitting to ordering as many as 7 takeaways a week and averaging £709, guys, a year.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Let us know in the comments, are you one of those Londoners who, and you might be outside London, of course, London's just one part of the country, who spends, maybe buys a takeaway up to 7 times a week? It'd be good to know if that's real. Let us know in the comments. Another good example of autopilot luxury is basically sitting at home with your phone and ordering whatever you want on Amazon. Like, we're guilty of this ourselves. But we tend to do it for books. That tends to be what we spend most of our spare money on. The point still remains, if you're somebody who is having that autopilot luxury experience, could you perhaps reimagine that and maybe think, well, actually, is that experience preventing me from achieving something much more substantial in my life? Such as maybe paying off a really expensive debt, for example, or even going on a holiday because you haven't been on one for such a long time, for example.
Point number 5 is to set meaningful short-term and long-term goals. Goals plant an idea in your mind and help you to really assess true needs versus wants. This is why goals are so important, because they help you to prioritize.
The next point is to stay in your lane and be careful about the comparison culture. The point here really is to focus on what's important to you. We are so influenced by other people, and that has a knock-on effect on our ability to actually save money and actually achieve our goals. Staying in your lane really begins with self-awareness and knowing what's most important to you and doing your very best. And we know it's really hard, doing your best to really stick in your lane and simply just focus.
So guys, what budgeting or savings tips stood out to you as something that you could apply in your life today? Please do let us know in the comments below, and also let us know what are your personal tips that you use which other people can learn from.
If you've really enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with one other person who you think will find it useful as well. Really appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button and support us here as we grow our channel here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching today's video, guys.
Thank you.
And as ever, guys, in all things, be thankful and seek joy.
Take care.
Take care, guys.
Bye.